Like when the cat put on the hat and ate green eggs and ham, I cried.
That was actually, that was a great movie.
Yes. You know, there are a lot of reasons why a youth orchestra program or a youth music program exists. And it has a great deal more to do with just creating the next crop of musicians that fill the El Paso Symphony, or
the audience.
Or being patrons of the arts. It is a great deal more than just that. Are there a lot of students who feel like they want to do what they're so inspired by? Yes. Does that change over time? Probably. I mean, it could have changed for you or I anywhere along the way for various different reasons. But for us, this happened to be what it is we do. And there are lots of people who decide one way, shape, or form that they won't do this in a professional setting for the rest of their life. But what it is we do is more important than that.
You should probably mention the fact that studies has been done that kids that do music in early age, they learn instrument, they tend to do better in school later, even though they don't do music anymore.
Absolutely. So, you know, the thing that is oft thrown out there is STEM programs. So that's science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, I think, right? But arts are an integral part of rounding out humanity. And beyond that gives people, I mean, one of my favorite lines is from one of the most silly things I've ever, not silly things, but I will cry at anything, any movie, it doesn't matter what it is.
Dr.
Mr.
Seuss?
Holland's Opus. Oh, no. Yeah, that when the cat put on the hat and ate green eggs and ham, I cried.
That was actually, that was a great movie.
Yes, but Mr. Holland's Opus,
That's
yeah.
right, yeah.
I mean, and there's a one moment where they're doing away with funding at Thomas Jefferson High or wherever it is. And he said, we're gonna have to cut the arts programs. And he said, you know, do what you will, Gene, but the bottom line is pretty sooner rather than later, kids won't have anything to read or write about. And I think that's an important distinction to make. The arts are more than just peppering our society with something. It's doing a great deal more in making more brilliant people in ways other than just music.
Yeah, no, we can add to that even the kids that do not go on playing music professionally, they come back as patrons,
That's right.
as audience members.
Yeah,
So,
and even if they're not giving them money, they're coming and experiencing this maybe with their grandchildren. And that is a thing in self-perpetuity that is more magical than anything else.
You know, when I started working here, the big glaring missing thing was a youth orchestra. And when the time was right, I jumped on starting that for EPSO. There's a study in the League of American Orchestras that shows that patrons usually are people that touched music as youth in some way or another. So that's like insurance for the future of our orchestra. But there have been youth orchestra members who play now in our orchestra. So
yeah, I can think of already a handful. And not only do they participate in the EPSO, but they also come back and work with our youth orchestras. So there's this wonderful circle of musical awesomeness that exists, not just here, but elsewhere. And that's one of the coolest things about what music can do and provide.
Yeah. There's a lot in the store, you know, to be played on this stage right here.